All right, join with me today is Philosopher. What's up, my guy?
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, so we've been getting tons of questions about what are the main questions you've been getting about Silver Surfer? Where to place him? Where to use him in war? How to use him in arena? We're gonna kind of just what do you think? Just a lot of questions, right?
Oh yeah, everyone wants to know. I have this amazing character. Maybe he's the best character in the game. What do I do with this guy?
Yeah. So we're just gonna go over. We've got a bunch of screenshots and, if nothing else, interesting conversations, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so why don't we do this? I'll talk about what I'm doing with Silver Surfer War. Something I don't suggest, and I'm trying to take advantage of the novelty of a new character and to throw people off is the idea. And I'm very aware that Dad Bros is better on offense, and I'm very aware that Silver Surfer is better on offense. But I'm just trying to see if I can get a cheeky win because it's new, and maybe I can get somebody to overcommit with maybe like a Black Order or something like that. I mean, this is a thing, right? New teams just throw people off, right?
Absolutely. I threw my Silver Surfer on defense as well because, like you said, people don't know how to counter it. After you watched a bunch of videos and you've played the same fight a bunch of times, everyone gets to know it. But in the beginning, you don't. And I do like that team because those cosmic heroes have that synergy with Silver Surfer. And then you've got the Squirrel Girl doing the cleanse. I actually think that'd be a tough team to take on.
Yeah, and so this is a novelty that's probably only good for like a month. I don't think this is going to be a long-term plan. But Squirrel Girl's there to ruin like Brotherhood 2.0. She'll cleanse the blind, let's say, and then Captain Marvel can go quickly. Maybe she'll clear some of the deflects with her AOE or something like that, and then Silver Surfer does his thing, and then Dad Bros are going to do their thing, right? So it's just going to kind of ramp up. I don't even know what team I would use to counter it. To be honest with you, it's like Shadowlands or Black Order probably.
You'd have to, I think, go with Shadowlands, and even then, who do you take out? The problem with that team is if you go after and kill Silver Surfer, which Shadowlands can do, you still have to deal with the Dad Bros. You're gonna have to take out Silver Surfer and Longshot probably to defeat that team. Very difficult.
Yeah. Okay. And then also the advantage to this also is that I was running Ms. Marvel on that team, and then it allowed me to reposition Ms. Marvel onto my Inhumans team, which I don't suggest running Nick Fury on this team anymore because then it makes the symbiote counter very easy. All right, so let's go to this team right here, and this is a team that Vico sent me on my Discord. This is crazy. So this is an offensive war team. We got Zemo Red Skull with Dad Bros. It's Silver Surfer punching up over 200K against a that looks like a pretty developed out Marauders right there. That's a 14 strife, and that usually makes it a little bit more challenging. Because I run into problems with using Ultron if there's a big strife. I'm sure you've had that happen before. But you have to break up a bunch of teams. What do you think?
Yeah, I like you said, you have to break up a bunch of teams. I like it. It just seems like a win more kind of team to me. I use the Dad Bros with Ultron, Namor, and Squirrel Girl, or Drax, or Shuri, or whatever, and I can beat the Marauders very reliably and punch up. And I just think you could throw Silver Surfer someplace else, and then Zemo is, in the Red Skull can anchor a whole other team to go after the Mercs, right?
Yeah, or even Wave One Avengers, or even Sinister Six. I'm using Zemo with Hela. I'm getting use on against Sinister Six and Wave One Avengers, or Zemo with just more Hydra against Mercs. Yeah, it's just there's a lot of flexibility right now. The whole game has moved towards offense. It seems like they're really pushing for full clear versus full clear. I've polled chat, and it's actually less than half of the people have ever had a full clear. It was like a 52-48 split or something like that. The game seems like it's moving towards full clear versus full clear.
Yeah, it is. I mean, at our level of alliance, it's been like that for a while, but it is starting to move that way further down. I know in Gold 4, people are still putting Black Order on defense and things like that, but it's starting to change. And as you point out, these last few months, they've just had all these war offense teams. We had Skill Military, which they're going to rework. Shadowlands, amazing. And then, of course, X Factor looks like it's even better.
Yeah, X Factor. That's the thing. Like me putting a Dad Bros on defense, that is not going to be a long term thing. That's just for a couple of weeks to throw people off. All right, very interesting. Now, this was something that you dug up. This is one of your alliance mates, right, Craigo?
Yep, Krago's in my alliance, and he made this defense where he put his G15 Dad Bros with Minerva, Silver Surfer, and a smaller Squirrel Girl. And look at that. That Black Order punched down 120k, and they almost lost. Thanos, you can't see it there, but Thanos has like a sliver of life left. So almost a loss on that Black Order in the punch down. Very successful result, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's crazy right there. Boy, Black Order almost didn't make it. Oof. Wow. All right, so I'm hoping I get Black Order on mine. That makes my team feel good. Now, what is this right here?
So this is another person in another alliance, or actually, I think he may either be in mine or another who sent this to me. I think this is another option. So what we're seeing here is different cosmic heroes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the options, as I see it, are X Factor, which is the best, probably, although they're great on their own. Here you got the Inhumans, and then Fantastic Four. And I think this is a twist on that Nick Fury, Coulson, Inhumans defense. I would probably put Crystal on it, but I think it's an interesting twist.
Yeah, I think I would take Minerva out of there and put Crystal just for that extra synergy with Black Bolt and Yo-Yo. But yeah, I can't. That doesn't look like fun. I got to tell you, if I saw that team right there, there's only one team I would take against it: Black Order. If I saw that, and then the problem with that is Silver Surfer is kind of a Black Order counter, so it's like you're just like, what do I do, right? It's kind of a scary thing. For sure, right?
Absolutely. I think we're entering an era now where just saying Black Order is the answer to every defense team, no longer the case.
Right. And then let's go toggle over to this. Now, this is what is this?
So these are the teams I'm using right now in Arena offense and defense. So since people want to see and get a sense of what the future of the Arena meta could look like, you have Silver Surfer and Doom on both teams. I've got Invisible Woman to be the cosmic hero, and then on offense I have Emma and Doc Ock. And that team autos the Black Order very easily. I'll do a video on my channel soon just showing how you could just put it in auto and they just decimate them in a minute or two. And then in the bottom with Phoenix, it's like a hide the Doom sort of thing where Phoenix will stealth. Then when they attack Phoenix, the Thanos might get Invisible Woman under 50%, which then Doom gives her speed bar. So then she could stealth or barrier. And it's just hiding everything, and so that this way your Silver Surfer and Doom can kill the opposing Black Order.
Okay, so I have a question here. Other than Doc Ock preventing offense down, what is he doing there? That's the only question I have there is about Doc Ock.
Yeah, that's basically what he does. He does put the flex on the people next to him, but yeah, he's basically just preventing the offense down on the team. So he gets, he's good for that. He also flips on Black Order, which means that the enemy it's harder for the enemy to use Black Order on offense against them.
And it looks like on both teams you have two cleansers. You got Invisible Woman and Emma on one, and then the other cleanser is Phoenix, of course. As long as she doesn't die first, right? Phoenix and Invisible Woman.
Yeah, exactly. And by dying, she gives offense up to Silver Surfer. So that's also helpful. So these teams, they probably won't be the ideal teams in a month or two because these new characters seem to be so bonkers. But I think this gives you a sense of where things are going. And I do think they're better on offense and defense right now than Black Order.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think we said this like when Doom came out, like the optimal team hasn't been sold yet. Other thing too is Silver Surfers. We're rolling at 3-3 Silver Surfers. They made a post yesterday. I probably should have said this at the beginning of the video that there were some people that were able to buy 2 additional packs and get to 4 stars, and then they said that they're going to make that available to everybody. Are you excited about that?
I am, but I'm somebody who's spending on the game. I know that other people are. One thing I have liked about this rollout, though, OMG, is usually they just make it so that you can buy unlimited, with cores, unlimited amounts of the character. And so people end up on day one having a 7-star Emma, if you spend enough money. Right. I like that you can't spend $1 jillion to get your maximum Silver Surfer now, and that they're eking it out. And, that sort of thing.
It's like they're acclimating us to, how crazy it's going to be at 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, it's like, we'll just keep it at 3 for now and 4 for later, and we'll get acclimate to like how amazing he is. Not bad, how amazing he is, right?
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Lastly, we've got this team right here. Why did you want to talk about this, or what is there to talk about this?
I wanted to show you. Look, I often fail, and this is, you can learn from my failure. So I'm like, oh yeah, okay. I have this fantastic 4 She-Hulk team that gets a defense win once every 10 wars. Not very good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's throw Silver Surfer out there instead of Torch. He's going to make the team better. Apparently not, right? I thought that was a pretty bad result there. So I would say a Fantastic Four, maybe on offense, maybe he helps them more on offense if they even need it. But on defense, at least in my case, not so great. And I'm sure it would be different if I had a massive She-Hulk or something like that.
Yeah, I tried. That was one of the first things I tested in RTA was Silver Surfer with Fantastic Four. And for me, the team just did not have enough get up speed. Then I was finding that my Silver Surfer was getting deleted before he could ramp up and do a lot of damage. Now, I have one more question for you before we wrap this up. Silver Surfer, it's coming in that he's like very mediocre in DD3 at 3 stars. Everything is at 3 stars. Are you getting any use out of him in Doom Raid? I'm just curious because the Doom Raid is really challenging, right?
Yeah, so I actually have been. I did a video on my channel showing him in Doom Raid, and he's really good when you pair him with Hela because he'll do the 2-turn ability block, and then you can spread it, and just everyone's got 2-turn ability block. He can also get fed by Thanos, so you can have him next to Thanos if you want to feed him instead of Moss. So
and then
he's been fantastic.
So what I always saw about him is that he's relatively fast anyways, but then after he's gone a couple turns, he starts being like lightning fast. I mean, that's kind of a thing, right? Where he's just going back to back to back to back to back. And if nothing else, even his basic attack is hyper useful in clearing positive effects away from the other team, and just freeing it up for everybody else.
Yeah, and even at 3 red stars, he's more survivable than my 7 yellow, 5 red Hela at G14. So with level 5 ISO, because he has all that healing on anybody's turn, and I have a lot of Doom bots on my side usually. So when you're running him with Doom in particular, I mean, he's just very, very resilient.
Okay, so best character in the game?
I think so.
I think so too,
without a doubt.
Yeah, it's interesting that we're questioning this at 3-3, and we have no idea like what he's going to look like at 7-7 or 5-7 or whatever. 5-7 is like a normal thing. 5-7-15 or 5-7-14 is like a thing, and I can only imagine. I think I got him to do 200,000 damage. He's like a 3-3, and I was like, oh my god, I don't even have the T4 on that ability. All right. We're going to head over to Philosopher's channel. We're going to talk about some other things, and then be sure to also check out his video on the raids. I think you put out 3 videos, I think yesterday or the day before, about Doom, Silver Surfer. Very interesting. Anything you want to say before we go?
No, other than let's keep experimenting with Silver Surfer. I think we're going to have some great teams to come in the weeks coming forward.
It's a lot of fun, right?
Absolutely. Shaking up the game.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Bye for now.
Excited to see how Arena changes, especially when we get Polaris. I think that'll be cool.
Oof. Yeah, X Factor's going to be bonkers too, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I think,